1 year ago, I'd made my way from 15 to 10% body fat, and over the past year, as I've been traveling around the world, I've gained a little bit of weight while increasing my body fat. And well, I'm about to gain some more as I embark on a lean bulk journey over the next 90 days.
Are you sure you want to gain more weight and go on a bulk?
Yeah.
You've already gained 10 pounds. You used to want to be skinny. I don't know what happened to you.
Well, I've gone to my goal. So now I want to figure out if lean bulking is just a fitness myth or if it in fact can lead to massive muscle gains without also gaining that excess fat that comes with traditional bulking. Because it's not that I'm trying to get back to where I started. So let me explain. This is 5 pounds of muscle and this is 5 pounds of fat. And on my lean bulk, I'm going to try to gain as much of this as possible and as little of this as possible throughout the next 90 days. And in this video, I'll break down my calorie, protein, and training strategy and share the challenges and wins that I experienced along the way.
What happened to you?
And finally, I will reveal just how much weight I gained and most importantly, how much of that weight gain was muscle versus fat. So on day 1 of my lean bulk, I went to get a DEXA scan to know my starting weight, body fat percentage, and muscle mass. Okay, so I've gained 3% of fat and I have 103 pounds of lean mass and 16 pounds of fat. So we're about to see how that's gonna change.
So then what's your game plan?
Well, I'm about to show you. Here is the game plan, starting off with protein. So for the duration of the next 90 days, I will 1, eat minimum 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. So for me, that would be between 120 to 180 grams of protein per day. 2, follow my progressive overload training program, which in my case will be starting off with my September transformation challenge, then October, and finally finishing off with my November transformation challenge inside of my challenger community, going just a little bit harder for every single workout. 3, get consistent with my creatine intake. I'm gonna start taking creatine again because I have not been consistent with it. It's more been like a thing I've done when I've felt like it. So consistency on the creatine game. 4, take my IM8 for nutritional support throughout, who just happen to be the sponsors of today's video.
This is fancy stuff. It's supposed to be some of the best on the market. Expectations is that I'm about to become unstoppable.
Due to all of the incredible ingredients in this IM8. And also, I will say it's very rare that I've tasted a superfood greens that taste this good, but it's also got pre, pro, and postbiotics that I'm really gonna wanna have help make my gut feel as good as humanly possible as it has been for the past month. After years of dealing with gut issues. But whether or not this will help, we will find out. So more on them later. And 5, be in a caloric surplus. But how much? 250 calories. So let's take a look at what 250 calories actually looks like. This many Cheetos, not even half a bag. A large glass of wine, this many chocolate chips, half a cup of oats with 3/4 of a cup of protein powder. This does not look too good, but it is. 4 crackers, 3 eggs, and a little bit less than a slice of bread. Fruit and veggies. Wow, 1 massive spoon of peanut butter. This is like 3 tablespoons, so that means it's too much. A bowl of Greek yogurt with some fruit and a little bit of chocolate chips. 3 pieces of bread and a little some. Now, scientifically speaking, this should lead to half a pound of weight gain every single week. But will this actually be the case, and will I hit my goal of having 50% of that weight increase be muscle? And hopefully, please and thank you on the booty. We'll find out. Now, I've previously proven that it in fact is possible to do a complete body recomp of losing fat while gaining muscle. But will I be able to pull something similar off while being in a caloric surplus like this? Well, we're about to find out. But even though week 1 seemed to be off to a good start, hitting my workouts, eating healthy nutrition, I even tried new variations of exercises I've never tried before, like overhead presses on a toilet. And I happened to break the record for this new ab exercise invention.
Okay, 50 pounds.
There we go. We'll challenge on. There you go.
80 pounds. Please be careful. Okay, be careful. It's heavier. Keep it tight. Squeeze your abs. Oh, there we go. What?
Wow.
Now, while I did not break my back nor my core on this day, something else happened that made me very unsure as to whether or not I was going to be able to actually reach my goals for these next 90 days.
What happened to you?
I hurt my knee.
Which compromised the types of exercises that I was able to do, especially if I wanted to heal this injury as fast as humanly possible so that I would be able to get back to actually perform the movements that would allow for the massive muscle growth goals that I had set myself. which when you're already at a pretty good fitness level and you want to go to that next level, it's essential. And my second challenge was that I had planned 3 summits that I was going to attend this month, which the first event was just a single day event in Los Angeles. And so with my 4 a.m. wake up time, I was able to get in both my steps and my workout before the day began. But when I traveled to Vid Summit, which is a YouTuber event, I knew getting in the required workouts and nutrition for the goals that I'd set would become a challenge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays because I have so many other things.
However, on my travel day, I'd grab some quick protein and veggies from the grocery store, which I then could snack on. During my trip to Texas,
I asked the Lyft driver if he would like stop for 2 seconds, and I would run into the grocery store. And what I found in the 2 seconds that he was stopped, carrots, and for protein, turkey. This is my breakfast, by the way. We're picking turkey carrot rocks. I found one.
The train doors did not open at my stop, so now I'm walking on the freeway to go to my hotel.
and I had thought ahead and booked a hotel room in between the gym and the convention center, which each would take me 25 minutes of walking back and forth so that I could get in my 15,000 steps and my workouts. I was still injured, so I just did the best that I could.
Consistency with creatine.
And my IM8, which has got these cute travel packs for when you're on the road.
I made it to my hotel, quickly changed, and now I'm on my way there. And I could have easily grabbed an Uber, but it's like a 25-minute walk. Makes no sense. We walking. We need the steps. We've been traveling all day.
When you started Vid Summit, it is AI, but not me. That's very familiar.
And even though I had to get real creative with my meals some mornings because I needed to hit my protein goals, and I was still just coming off of the AIP diet, which if you followed along on my journey on my YouTube channel, you know that I've been struggling with a ton of bloating issues. And after I committed to trying out the AIP diet, which is a diet where I eliminated sugar, coffee, grains, legumes, dairy, processed foods, nightshade vegetables, seeds, nuts, eggs, food additives, alcohol, and refined oils, my belly and body had never felt better. And as I embarked on this lean bulk journey, I was still just on the beginning stages of me reintroducing different foods back into my system.
And so there was still a lot of foods that I was not allowed to eat at the beginning of this journey. So finding meals that both fit my food restrictions and my macros on certain days was a little bit challenging. Hence the canned chicken for breakfast.
Oh my goodness, guys. Nothing is open right now. And so the only source of protein I could find was canned chicken. There was canned tuna too, but I thought for breakfast that may be a little bit much. So bon appetit, Vanilla. If this is not commitment and determination, walking in rain, eating tuna, no, canned chicken. Oh my goodness, this AIP and body transformation life, it's a different level. It's not bad, a little dry.
But aside from hitting my macros to make sure that my body maintained its optimal health, energy levels, digestive wellness, joint and muscle strength, and hydration, as I mentioned, I incorporated IM8 into my daily routine.
Level up all the way. IM8. I'm infinite.
And to explain a little bit more about this Daily Ultimate Essentials, it combines 92 premium ingredients that supports energy, immunity, digestion, hydration, and overall health. And each scoop includes a mix of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, superfoods, adaptogens, prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics to nourish your body and promote well-being.
It's like a mix of something that tastes healthy, but good, and sweet, but not too sweet. It's working already.
So I'm really hoping that as I slowly introduce these different foods back into my system and embark on this lean bulk journey, that it will keep my body feeling as good as it has throughout this AIP journey that I've been on. We'll find out. Now, as I returned from Texas,
I just got back to my apartment, unpacking, and someone has been living in my apartment, and I'm throwing out everything that I potentially could want to sneak my way into eating. We are throwing it out so that we don't get caught sneaking our little fingers in there.
my knee pain was still not fully healed, which still prevented me from doing certain exercises that were part of my program. And so I really started to question whether or not I could actually see the results that I had set my mind to and that I was hoping for.
Because I would try squats, lunges, and multiple different exercises, and it would hurt. But I noticed that exercises that solely focus on the posterior chain, I could do without pain. And so I decided to simply focus on these movements and hope that focusing on progressive overload in these lifts,
Together with developing my upper body strength would be enough. but with the consistent question in my mind as to whether or not this injury would prevent me from gaining any muscle at all. But I kept eating my surplus and enjoying my excess calories, still through a majority of it being whole foods and everything that I typically would be eating, with a couple of changes.
If you watched my AIP experiment video, you know that I've been on a bit of a journey and I have been reintroducing foods into my system and it's been feeling so freaking good. Since last time we spoke, you saw I reintroduced coffee, then milk, and then pepper. And it's been a while since. So I've been reintroducing a lot of other foods as well. We got some salad, which I've been eating the entire time, but something that I've been sticking to is beef. Beef, and beef. 100% grass-fed and finito. Pasture-raised, no added hormones, no therapeutic antibiotics, which obviously has a lot of protein in it, which is useful. Berries. Been doing a little bit of cooking at home in the mornings, and then I still tend to make my salads when I'm out. Before the gym, after the gym, when I go on little walks. If you haven't watched that video, I've been introducing some carbs as well, but honestly been a little bit nervous because the way that the AIP diet made me feel was just beyond anything I've ever experienced, and I never wanted it to stop. And I will say I feel freaking incredible. Like no bloating, still constipation, which has been an issue since I was a baby, less inflammation, and just overall feeling so much better. Your nutrition is so freaking important.
And on my most busy days, like this one where I was working and filming all day, then had an awesome podcast chat.
Forgiveness is not just even for the other person, it's also for yourself. It's really finding that deep-rooted love that you're extending, that you should have a plethora of, because we're all born out of it, to just give and extend that grace, that love, and that understanding.
And coffee date. Even though it was past my bedtime, I still showed up at the gym.
It's past my bedtime. It's 8:04. Apparently there's slice after 8. I was not aware.
And yes, I'd of course make sure to get in my protein afterwards, even though food this late may not have been the best for my digestive system to sleep on. And little by little, as I'd been increasing my calories for 2 to 3 weeks, I started seeing massive strength improvements, especially in my pull-ups. And when I got offered a free membership at Young LA,
this is crazy. They literally just gave me a full-on free membership here. There's a cold plunge, a hot tub, and a sauna, and the gym is amazing. Like, is this my new gym? That's cool.
Yes, my upper body strength improved even further.
Now for month 2, it was game time because my knee had healed and I could begin to actually start doing the workouts using progressive overload.
Like day, and actually my leg is getting better. Like I did squats. We're doing good. We're going light. 3 small plates on there, but it's better. Go light and to endure again.
My body was feeling amazing even though I had reintroduced majority of foods back into my system, and well, I was taking my IM8, so I'm pretty damn sure this helped me feel this incredible energy throughout.
I actually love having this habit of drinking this first thing in the morning. It makes me feel hydrated and just like, ooh, I'm giving my body a boost of energy and now I'm ready to go about my day. This is like a double habit, so when I make sure to have this, I also make sure to have this. Perfection.
I was in my calorie surplus and it was helping me gain strength and, well, some fat too. But how much?
Well, before we get to that, I was hitting cardio and 15,000 steps per day on top of my resistance training as per usual. And I could easily eat more than just the 250 calories that were added to my everyday.
We're doing a little vision board night. Yay!
Just something to maybe keep in mind if you're someone who's not training to gain weight like I am in this month, but you're someone who's trying to lose weight, just how easy it can be to do that amount of cardio and still be in a caloric surplus.
Now for month 3, it was game time.
I will say I have never had as big of a butt as I have right now, but I also have not been this heavy as I am right now. I still have maintained some abs though. An old me would have been so afraid to gain weight like this.
To give you a little context, in the beginning of my fitness journey, after years of trying to get in badass shape, I finally made it happen, but I thought the skinnier the better. However, this very much so shifted over the past many years as I gained back weight and increased my muscle mass.
And current me is really feeling so freaking good. I feel really freaking good. I feel good when I'm lighter too. Like I feel good in both states. So that's a good thing, right? I did not film my workout, but I'm finishing off with calves. We are going with 400 pounds and a big 45 plate. What is that in total? 445 pounds. I have this thing so I can like stick you to the mirror and then turn you around. I have really strong calves, but they don't show, like they're tiny.
And a couple of weeks before my final scan, I was headed to New York because I was going to my first ever Tony Robbins event. Oh my goodness, this was a dream I've had forever. So I was excited.
I love it. Oh, dope. We're about to film a podcast. It's going to be amazing.
Today's day one of my Tony Robbins event. I'm so excited. I got up at 4. It's now almost 5 and I did my morning routine and I'm gonna go to the gym beforehand and trying to figure out how I'm gonna get my work done while being at the Tony Robbins event for like 12 hours. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So work's just gonna have to wait a little bit. It's gonna be such a good day. It's a beautiful day.
And guys, oh my god, Gymshark reached out to me to sponsor me, which has been a dream of mine for years. So now you can use the code Pernella to get 10% off whenever you shop at their store. I'm excited.
I had to finish some edits. Oops.
If you feel nothing for me, then just say yes.
I left the venue to go to Chipotle because that was the closest thing because they only had fries and burgers and fried chicken left. So I got double steak salad bowl. I'm low on protein, so we gotta do what we gotta do to hit those goals. We're at the final stretch here. Let's make it happen.
I'd been keeping track on my scale at home to see my weight gain, but I was excited to find out just how much of this was fat versus how much was gonna be muscle. And shortly, we're about to find out.
I booked an Airbnb that's 30-minute walk away from the venue so that I could walk there every day. And the gym is like right next to my Airbnb so I can go home and shower. It's perfect. I'm really freaking excited for another day. Oh, let's do it. One little takeaway from yesterday, be so freaking clear on what it is that you want. Every time in my life I've achieved something, it's because I've had complete certainty, clarity on what it is that I wanted to make happen. And then somehow things just unfolded and made that happen. It's like you obsess over the thing, right? I know you've tried that as well, where you've just completely obsessed over something that you wanted and then made it happen. What is it that you want? Commit, obsess over it, and make it freaking happen. I'm gonna join you and do it the same. Whole Foods in New York is on another level. Like, I've been to the most massive Whole Foods that I could ever imagine existing.
And yes, even though I'm in a surplus, I'm still eating my carrots. Now this final month, I was following my November Transformation Challenge workout program with my fellow challengers inside of my app where I consistently progressively overload to develop the most amount of muscle possible. But certain equipment was not available at this gym. And so I went lighter for my hip thrust. And whenever I go lighter, instead I just go for extra reps. And also, here's a little tip.
You're working out at home where you a lot of weight. Do the split stance hip thrust first with the left, then with the right, and then do regular exercises. That way, even though you don't have a lot of weight to work with, you're still gonna burn the frick out of your booty
to exhaust my muscles. I was really blown away about how good my body continued to feel and perform. And the fact that I also wasn't experiencing my previous bloats, even after coming off of the AIP diet and returning to my old regular diet with slight changes, I do believe that my IM8 played an incredible role in this. Now, as my week in New York came to an end, it was time for me to go home and give it my all for a few days before my final scan. But first, I had to enjoy the final bits of New York.
I'm leaving today, but I went to Times Square to film a few little clips for some shorts and also to pee it because I love Times Square. It's such a vibe.
And see the new Gymshark pop-up store. And as I made my way back to LA, I only had a couple of days left to give it my absolute all at the gym.
Back in LA, giving it my final stretch before we see the results. I honestly enjoyed gaining a little bit of weight. I like that I've got a little bit more female curves. So even if my body fat isn't as low as I maybe originally had wanted it to, I don't mind it. This whole journey has taught me a lot of good stuff. And I feel like eliminated those final little voices in my head that used to tell me that the skinnier the better. No, the stronger the better.
So I'm on my way to my final scan. I have no clue what the results are gonna look like today, but regardless of what they are gonna be, I'm so grateful that I went on this journey. It's taught me so much. It's been a fun, exciting process for me. I've definitely been able to tell when I've been eating the foods that resonate well with my body and the foods that don't. I'm sure that IM8 has helped just keep my digestive system in track. I've definitely felt really good throughout it. Only if I've eaten stuff that I know my body doesn't love have I not felt at my best. Also because it's been a lean bulk, so I haven't been too much in a caloric surplus. I think it's not been too overwhelming for my body. I also feel great when I'm lean AF. Like last year at this time, I at one point got calculated to be at 9% body fat, and I was so happy, functioning so well. So I think I just have the genetics to be able to do that. And regardless of the results today, I don't know what I'm gonna do moving forward. I'm just gonna always continue to listen to my intuition and follow whatever I feel curious to explore and experiment with. But let's check out the results. Once this LA traffic let us go to where we wanna go. DexoScan, which by the way, if you want a little discount, you can use my code that's in the description. And you'll get a cheaper scan.
It is a result time. I'm about to record a podcast with Brooke. So this is what I'm currently seeing. And she's an IFBB pro, so we're about to learn more, but we've gotten the scans. It's exciting. I went from 124.4 pounds on to becoming 130 pounds, 0.2, meaning 5.8 pounds of weight gain. If this is accurate, there is a chance that DEXA scans, depending on my water intake, nutrition, how I worked out the day before, like different things play a role. My body fat percentage has gone from only, like I'm really surprised it says it hasn't gone up more. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but 12.9% body fat is what I was on August 30th, and it's gone up to only 13.4, meaning I've gained 1.3 pounds of fat, and the muscle has gone from 103 pounds to 107.3. So if this is correct, I have gained 4.3 pounds of muscle in 90 days. That's really wild. But how much of that went to the booty? That's what I want to know. I actually already know. I checked this because I couldn't wait. On the 30th of August, it was 49.2 pounds. My trunk is what they call it at Body Spec. And before I share it with you, I just want to say thank you to IM8 for sponsoring this video. Ooh, body just feeling amazing. So thank you. Also, if you want this Gymshark outfit together with everything else I've worn that has been Gymshark in this video, use my code Pernilla and get an additional 10% off as well. My trunk went from 49.2 pounds to 51.4 pounds, meaning 2.2 pounds increased in my butt. If this is correct, there's always a slight chance that there are things that are off, but overall, this has been such an incredible experience, and I feel so good in my body. I think I've learned a lot. Surprise, if you eat more, you're gonna gain more muscle. Obviously, we all know this, but it's different knowing something and applying something, isn't it? I'm very excited for the next experiments that we're gonna be doing on this channel. You should subscribe to stay tuned because it's about to get funky. And if you like this video, you should check out this video because I'm pretty sure you're gonna like that one as well. Bye!